So I've just been watching Donald Trump and Keir Starmer together in the United Kingdom, and I was disgusted by this. I mean, Keir Starmer's brilliant in my opinion, but watching this, Donald Trump is just such of a bully, and he really is bullying Keir Starmer, trying to make Keir Starmer look as foolish as possible. To be honest, I mean, really trying to make him look like an idiot. Bringing up the British government's incompetent and their failure to control the borders, and to regulate energy prices and to keep us out of war, and to keep taxes as low as possible. And he was basically saying that Labour failed to do all these things, and that's all the government is really required to do. And he even attacked Britain's freedom of speech record and internet censorship record. And he claimed, Keir Starmer had to stand there explaining to him, or sit there explaining to him, that he only censors the internet to prevent children from committing suicide. So, it's a noble form of censorship. To be honest, it's nothing to do, because there's websites out there, there's websites by really crazy people telling children to commit suicide, according to Keir Starmer. And I believe him. I bet there is websites out there telling children to commit suicide. So, they've got to be censored at the end of the day. Them websites can't exist. It's all a conspiracy theory that Keir Starmer's censoring opposition to himself, and that's what censorship is really about. That's just conspiracy. At the end of the day, that's silliness. But like I say, Donald Trump really did attempt to make Keir Starmer look stupid, and it was a shame to see. It was a shame to see that type of bullying on television, and I got to be honest. Among all this, it was really embarrassing for Britain, because I've just been watching it, and like I say, I'm a big fan of Keir Starmer, but I got to be honest, he looked like an absolute bellend. He didn't look like he had a clue what he was talking about. To be honest, he had not a single answer to anything that Donald Trump said. So, that's a shame, to be honest. He should have brought up the Epstein list, and maybe that might have shut Donald Trump up a little bit, but instead he just sat there with a face on him like somebody's just come up and pissed all over his chips or something. His wife looked humiliated. He looked humiliated. It looked like he couldn't wait to get out of there. And I felt really bad for him, to be honest. It was a real shame to see. And Donald Trump is nothing but a bully, to be honest. He called Sadiq Khan a nasty guy. Donald Trump did. I totally disagree. Sadiq Khan's absolutely brilliant. It's Donald Trump, the nasty guy is. He's just a bully. And he's bullying Sir Keir Starmer. And poor Sir Keir Starmer, he's just standing there looking like an absolute bellend on national television. That's what he's done to him. Because of Donald Trump now, Keir Starmer's had to stand there on television just looking like an absolute useless bellend, an absolute prick. And that's a shame. I really do feel bad for him. I know some people say he does that everywhere he goes, but there's no need for this. It was just nasty, to be honest. And then he's got the nerve to call Sadiq Khan a nasty guy. Like I say, Keir Starmer censors the internet to prevent children from committing suicide. It's as simple as that. If I was Keir Starmer, I'd have found the police. I'd have had Donald Trump arrested for saying these things. To be honest, that's what I would have done if I was Keir Starmer. I'd have got straight on the phone to the police, and I would have said, this man is hurting my feelings. Can you take him away, please? And, hopefully the police would have took him away. That's what Keir Starmer should have done, because that's all you can do to a bully. Is just, but fair play to Keir Starmer. He defended himself pretty well at times, I suppose. When immigration was brought up, and he says, we've sent 35,000 immigrants back, illegal immigrants back home this year. And, I just thought that's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Fair enough. There's probably been over 1 million since, but, 35,000 is impressive. Even if 1 million have entered since, it's progress. It's going in the right direction. It's fantastic. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Keir Starmer, and I'm absolutely disgusted with Donald Trump's behaviour.